Hey, I'm Andy Miller, inviting you back to the track on August 14th. I'll see you there.
Andy Miller is going to be there. I'm going to be there. All we need is you. Hi, I'm John Pavlak. Welcome back to Ion Harness Racing. It's here. This Saturday and Sunday is Back to the Track weekend at tracks offering live harness racing with plenty to bring you and your friends out. Our friends at Trackmaster have kicked in by offering free program and selection downloads for all the tracks participating in Back to the Track. Visit this webpage and then start your handicapping, especially for the Back to the Track Pick 4, featuring a $50,000 guaranteed jackpot worth races for the Meadowlands, Yonkers, Northfield, and Balmoral Park. In addition, participating racetracks will be giving away free, expense-paid trips for two to this year's Little Brown Jug in Delaware, Ohio. My advice is to make your first stop backtothetrack.com to see what each track is offering and to print out your free VIP track pass to take advantage of track specials. And then take a carload of family or friends to your nearest harness racetrack to enjoy it all. Trotting's biggest day didn't disappoint. Increases in attendance and betting marked Hambletonian Day at the Meadowlands, where experts said as many as 5 of the 10 finalists in the 10-horse field had a genuine opportunity to win the $1.5 million classic. Lucky Chucky was the 3-2 favorite, and his mid-mile move for driver John Campbell seemed to put him in the best position of all until Ron Pierce and Muscle Massive got all wound up on the final turn and sped to the second fastest win in 85 years of Hambletonian history.
But here comes Muscle Massive on the outside. Lucky Chucky, Muscle Massive, Pierce on the outside, Campbell and Pierce together. Lucky Chucky, Muscle Massive on the outside, Wishing Stone third, Muscle Massive, and it's a massive win for Ron Pierce.
In the $750,000 Hambletonian Oaks for sophomore fillies, driver Tim Tetrick exited the 2-hole and then held the others safe on the way to a 153-4 victory with Bar Slide.
Springtime Bullet trying to close in, and from the inside, that's Ultimate Cameron with late trot into second, but it's Bar Slide, and the Bionic Man, Tim Tetrick, scores the upset here.
World and stakes records galore at the Meadowlands show up in this week's speed list provided by Trackmaster. As you can see, the Meadowlands dominated the trotting side of things. Muscle Massive and Buckeye St. Pat both posted a 100 speed rating and were joined by Ferrophant, who won an open trot at Pocono in track record time. Over on the pacing side, Presidential Order fell just short of setting a Pocono track mark, but topped this week's speed list with a 105 rating, just a bit better than Hypnotic Blue Chip and Truey's Legacy. Speed ratings accepted as official by the U.S. Trotting Association are available exclusively from Trackmaster and are a key factor in anyone's handicapping efforts.
At Trackmaster, it's all about winning. Powerful handicapping products built on official USTA data help you be the best horse player you can be. And free services such as StatsMaster and the Virtual Stable also put the odds in your favor. The winning starts at Trackmaster.com.
South of the Meadowlands in Atlantic City this past Friday, New Jersey's horsemen traveled to have their say at the first of 3 public hearings being held by state officials considering a report that will determine what future, if any, racing will have in the Garden State. A reported 150 harness horsemen were in the crowd as legislators heard speakers backing both the racing and casino industries. At issue is a controversial report prepared for New Jersey Governor Chris Christie that recommends subsidies to the racing industries be ended, but that subsidies to the state's ailing casino industry be continued or increased. The Gaming Summit, as it was called, will have its second gathering at the Meadowlands in September, where racing will be the topic. Meanwhile, Jody Jamieson turned in one of the top performances on Hambletonian Day when he won a division of the U.S. Pacing Championship with Hypnotic Blue Chip. Won the West, won the other division in 148-1. but Hypnotic Blue Chip became a world champion with his 147-2 win in the first split.
Hypnotic Blue Chip at 11-1. Jody Jamison did it. It's Hypnotic Blue Chip in 147-2.
Well, it means a lot. You know, I never win a race on Hambletonian Day. You know, in my short career, you know, it's tough enough getting here, let alone having a horse good enough to win. I thought this horse was good enough. You know, he just after last week, I hope I didn't take too much out of him. So it's an awesome thrill. I'm actually vibrating pretty good right now, just off that, and I got to get settled down here for seriously.
The Peter Houghton Memorial is traditionally a distant look ahead at who might be favored in next year's Hambletonian. The view is a bit cloudy, however, following a disqualification in the $500,000 race for 2-year-old trotters. The judges ruled that Pastor Stephen and driver Yannick Gingras took up abruptly after getting the lead, which caused confusion among the trailing horses at that point. The Lindy Reserve and driver Tim Tetrick, who finished second, were elevated to the top honors, and Tetrick commented for our cameras after the decision was announced.
Pastor Stephen, bless me, Father, it's Pastor Stephen. The Lindy Reserve was second.
Just lucky that we didn't get in the mishap, and there's a lot of confusion down the backside, but you know, my horse really responded late, and he passed quite a few horses to get to the finish line.
Even if you watched the NBC TV broadcast or saw the races from the Meadowlands on satellite or online, you still missed plenty. Trotting's biggest day features all sorts of color and excitement, sometimes on the racetrack and sometimes where the fans enjoy all that's going on.
What did it say? How much did it pay?
How do you know? How do you know?
They're saying it. It's my first time for the Hambletonian. Is that what it's called? Yeah. The Hambletonian. So I'm excited. This is really exciting. I love horse racing.
This one. To show. That's good. I got
2-3-7-4.
something.
Okay. So at least we won something.
There's plenty more. Be sure to visit the USTA's YouTube page and watch the What You Missed video, shot and edited by our producer, Rich Johnston. I've got one of these lovely Hambletonian t-shirts designed by the U.S. Trotting Association and available at the Meadowlands last weekend, and I want to send it to you. But as usual, you have to guess the answer to my question. Here it is. Ron Pierce, this year's winning driver, has driven in 13 straight Hambletonians, a streak that started well after he drove in his very first in 1991. Who was the horse that Ron Pierce drove in his very first Hambletonian start? It's a tough one, so here's a hint. The horse's name suggests the name of this year's winning trainer. If you know, send your name and mailing address together with your guess to i@ustrotting.com. The winner will be drawn from among the correct entries received not later than midnight on Monday, August 16th. Our thanks to Kate Lockhart and Paul Ramlow for sitting in last week while we were on assignment. Thanks to you this week for watching. I'll be back next Thursday with another edition of Eye on Harness Racing.